mention that part.
When 84-year-old George McAfee was placed in the Cypress Court Assisted Living Facility, his family thought they'd found a place where this retired Hall of Fame running back could live out his days in comfort, in spite of his growing dementia. However, his daughters soon noticed signs of neglect. Their father was often unshaven, dressed in the same clothes for days, and frequently left without supervision. On February 20, 2008, McAfee went out of his room and discovered a carelessly unlocked cabinet, then proceeded to drink a lye-based detergent found inside. It burned away the lining of his lips, esophagus, and lungs. After an excruciating 11 days, McAfee died. Disturbingly, McAfee's experience is far from unique. According to a California Healthcare Foundation September 2013 report, since 2008, hundreds of for-profit assisted living corporations have suffered many wrongdoings, such as sexual assault, physical abuse, and gross negligence, leading to the deaths of dozens just in California alone. The 2013 CDC Long-Term Care Services report reveals for-profit corporations service well over 1 million elderly individuals, or about 78% of the assisted living industry. The U.S. Administration of Aging, last updated September 3, 2013, reports that Americans over 65 are the fastest growing segment of our population, and 70% will face chronic illnesses needing long-term care. Considering that this potential abuse and neglect could touch the life of every person in this room, it is imperative that we explore the problems, causes, and solutions to protect our elderly, suffering in what should be their golden years. Frontline correspondent A.C. Thompson explains, in the 1990s, publicly traded companies offered a for-profit solution to the growing need for basic senior care. However, during the Great Recession, facilities couldn't fill enough beds to turn a profit, so they began admitting seniors with greater health problems while doing little to ensure these residents would receive appropriate care. This focus on profit leads us toward two main problems: the physical harm to senior residents and understaffed facilities with poorly trained workers. Miami Herald of September 3, 2013 reveals caregiver responsibility in multiple resident deaths. One resident starved to death. Another was torn apart by alligators when he escaped his facility for the 4th time. And 3 others died from ravages of gangrene when their wounds were ignored for weeks. A litany of resident suffering is cataloged in the Wisconsin Division of Quality Assurance Report 2013, with hundreds of serious caregiver violations, including one resident whose leg became infested with maggots simply because his dressings were never changed. It is extremely troubling that these aren't isolated incidents and are considered by the industry to be a normal, if unfortunate, part of doing business. Additionally, not only are these facilities understaffed to cut costs, workers are severely lacking the necessary medical training needed to safely care for residents. ProPublica.org, last updated June 10, 2013, reports that facilities in California leave 200 residents to be monitored by only 2 caregivers, with 1 worker being allowed to sleep. According to the aforementioned ProPublica, in Minnesota and 13 other states, facility administrators aren't required to have even a high school diploma, and caregivers, some as young as 16, receive only 8 hours of training to work with Alzheimer's and dementia residents. The fact that the industry feels it is acceptable to subject these residents with obvious medical needs to poor supervision and inadequately trained workers shows a callous disregard to the safety and dignity of our elderly. San Diego senior advocate Chris Murphy states, if you kill a California condor, it's a $25,000 fine. If you kill an assisted living resident, it's $150. We must look at the 2 causes to this mind-boggling perversion of justice: a lack of quality regulation and a lack of awareness. For-profit assisted living corporations have used every means possible to stall proper regulation. The Westmoreland Times of June 10, 2011 reveals that the assisted living industry continues to insist that they are not an actual healthcare enterprise, and thus does not need to be regulated. PBS station WGBH of June 10, 2011 highlights the story of agency director Doug Werner, an his fight to regulate assisted living in Iowa. This battle has left him exhausted and fatalistic, to which he states, "The industry's goal in every meeting is more money, less regulation, and minimal public disclosure." This vigorous resistance to accountability says a lot about the industry's supposed commitment to quality resident care. Furthermore, the industry strives to keep consumers in the dark regarding problems at facilities. The New York Times of June 10, 2011 explains that the lower price of assisted living is paired with the outdated and inaccurate notion that nursing homes, even when medically necessary, are to be avoided at all costs. Together with promises of care the industry doesn't provide, families are ready and willing to mistakenly believe that these facilities can provide appropriate care. Carolyn Rosenblatt, a retired RN and founder of agingparent.com, notes, "We place our most vulnerable aging parents in the care of others. We still need to make sure these facilities are doing what they promised to do." Solutions can be implemented both on a governmental and individual level. Initially, given the strength of the assisted living industry, it is crucial that we demand our legislators fight for federal and state regulation. Already, tough new laws have been and continue to be passed at state level, despite industry lobbying, thanks to advocacy groups backing legislation, such as the California Assisted Living Association. Go to assistedlivingfacilities.org, find the advocacy group in your state, and give it a voice and support it. The bottom line is the assisted living industry needs a comprehensive change, and we can make a difference. Additionally, we can utilize nonprofit facilities instead of for-profit ones, alerting the industry in the only language it seems to understand: money. Additionally, nonprofit facilities provide better care, according to the Studies for Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Additionally, Consumer Advocates for Residential Facility Reform publishes a comprehensive guide to help in this process. I have copies with me that I'd be happy to give to you. Also, stay vigilant in monitoring the care of your loved ones. No one wants to see their elderly loved ones harmed. Today, we've looked at the problems, causes, and solutions to the mistreatment of senior residents and for-profit assisted living corporations. No one wants to see their elderly loved ones harmed, and I have no wish for my grandparents to become another horrible statistic, giving weight to the assisted living reform movement. It is then our ethical responsibility to make sure our loved ones are cared for, as they care for us, by becoming demanding